Good afternoon. My name is Tanmay Kayande, and for the last decade, I've been the trusted advisor for executives from startups to SMBs to enterprise scale organizations. I found patterns in the architecture of those that lead their field. I know because I've designed and developed their systems and processes using AI, platforms, models, and frameworks to positively affect billions of users. And now bring my insights to you. Welcome to session 13. In our last session, we covered the foundational best practices of using examples, simplicity, and specificity. Today, we're building on that with three more advanced best practices, which will make your prompts more robust, flexible, and powerful, especially when you start building them into real-world applications. By the end of this session, you'll be able to explain why using positive instructions is often more effective than using negative constraints. Second, describe how to control response length and use variables for dynamic prompts. Today we're covering three more key practices, again, using those instructions over constraints, controlling the max token length directly in your prompt, and using variables to make your prompts more dynamic. If you're following along in the white paper, this is between pages 56 to 58. Let's start with our first concept, use instructions over constraints. Let's define these terms. An instruction provides explicit guidance on what to produce. It tells the model what to do. A constraint, on the other hand, sets limitations on what to avoid. It tells the model what not to do. As the paper notes, research suggests focusing on positive instructions is more effective. As an aside, this works with people too. This is because the instructions directly communicate the desired outcome and encourage the model to be creative within those defined boundaries. A long list of don't can be confusing, limiting, and even clash with each other. Our second practice is to control the max token length. We've already discussed how you can control the response length in the model's configuration settings. However, you can also control it directly within the prompt itself by explicitly requesting a specific length. This is often the more intuitive way to guide the model to be more concise. Finally, let's cover how to use variables and prompts. Instead of hard coding every piece of information into your prompt, you can use variables or placeholders that can be dynamically filled in later. This makes your prompts reusable and dynamic, which saves you an enormous amount of time by allowing you to avoid repeating yourself. This practice is absolutely essential for when you need to integrate your prompts into a larger software. Let's look at an example for instructions versus constraint. The do not version uses a negative constraint. Generate a one paragraph blog post, do not list the video game names. This tells the model what to avoid, which can be difficult for it to follow perfectly. The do version uses a positive instruction. Generate a one paragraph post. Only discuss the console, the company who made it, the year, the total sales. This is much clearer because it tells the model exactly what information to include, giving it a clear and positive goal. For controlling length, the paper gives a simple but effective example. Explain quantum physics in a tweet length message. This gives the model a clear and universally understood length limit. And as for variables, we can see a reusable prompt template. For example, you are a travel guide. Tell me a fact about the city, and then in curly brackets, you have the city. That city in curly braces, this is a variable. You can fill it with Amsterdam today, Tokyo tomorrow, and reusing the same prompt, that same prompt structure, you can keep reusing it without having to rewrite it. Let's do an example. Imagine you want an AI to write a product description for a new laptop, but don't want it to mention the price or the competition. How would you rewrite the negative constraint of don't mention the price or competitors in a positive instruction? I'll give you a moment to think about this. A good positive instruction would be something like focus only on the laptop's design, screen quality, and battery life. This gives the model clear positive topics to discuss instead of a negative command to try to avoid. The key takeaways for today are tell the model what to do, not what to avoid. You can control the response length directly in the prompt, and for reusable prompts that you can build into applications, use variables as placeholders. We've now covered a full suite of techniques and best practices, but how do we keep track of all of it and find what works best? In our final session, we'll cover the last steps of the prompt engineering process in experimentation and documentation. Thank you. I'll see you there.